Hi everybody, today I want to teach you how to paint this nice loose watercolor fall landscape. Our first step is to paint the sky. We're going to put a thin layer of water on the top half of the paper and then drop in some gray. Then with the same gray we'll paint in the road, and then once that's painted in while it's still wet we'll add in some yellow and orange and brown colors on the sides. Next I put down a layer of water in the section where my trees are going to go, and I'm putting in some yellows, oranges, browns, some blues, and letting all of that kind of blend together. I'm also going to throw in some trunks here, and those will all blend out, and we're going to put in some evergreen trees in the background, and since this is all still wet, it's all going to kind of blend together, which is what we want for our first layer. You can see it does not look good on the first layer, but we're going to add some detail, so don't worry. First, I'm just defining the sides of the road by putting in some more oranges and yellows. I'm adding in some little spots on the road for leaves. Next, we're going to start on our trees, so I'm first going to paint in a trunk, and I'm using a dark brown color, and some little branches here. Now to paint the leaves, we're going to start out with our lightest color, which is this orange color. We'll fill in the entire tree shape, and while that's still wet, we're going to add some red for the midtones, and then we'll add some dark brown in the bottom of the tree for the shadows. And we're going to repeat this process for a few more trees. I am mixing up the colors that I use, so adding in some oranges and some blues just to give some color variation. And an important part about this step is that we have the most detail on the sides of this painting, which is the foreground. So that's the part that's closest to us. As we get more toward the middle of the page, which goes toward the end of the road, we should get less detailed. Now with watercolor, you can layer a lot, so I'm just kind of going over a lot of these sections a few times, just to add some shadows, some more color. I'm adding some really bright highlights here on these trees on the sides. And remember that water does fade as it dries, so even if it looks really bright, it will probably fade once it's dry. Now this little fall painting of mine is available on my Etsy shop for sale if you'd like it. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did try this out, please feel free to DM me on Instagram and show me your finished painting. And there it is. I hope this was helpful and inspires you to paint something today.